Hello, family, friends, page followers, group members, and everyone. A warm welcome to this Facebook live session of the Business Service System Creator and Owner. For those of you who have been following, this is the second Facebook live session or event of this page. But it's also the first of its kind because it's essentially talking about what the page represents, and it's also talking about the group that is anchored by this page. Accordingly, our Facebook live session has been structured into two main segments. The first segment, we touch on the Nigeria Business and Professional Forum, NBPF, which happens to be the group. And the second segment, we touch on Business Service System Creator and Owner, which happens to be the page. So you're all welcome. I especially welcome those of you who are new to this page and to the group as well. And I welcome those of you who are old members. Some of you indeed are seeing and meeting me here live for the first time. You are welcome. Now let's go right on to the first segment of our Facebook live session, which is on Nigeria Business and Professionals Forum, NBPF. The Nigeria Business and Professionals Forum, NBPF, is a digital platform to connect business persons and professionals with shared interests, needs, and goals from the different sectors and fields of human existence, activity, and endeavor. To connect them to one another, to connect them to the best of raw materials, processed goods, business and professional services. To connect them to the healthy and wealthy lifestyle they truly desire. And to connect them to quality mentorship and support for the actualization of their career goals and objectives, or their business vision and plan. These are the broader social media platforms that host us. And here we consider also the date they were, or rather the date that this digital forum, the NBPF, was created. as page or group on the social media platforms. The Nigeria Business and Professionals Forum, NBPF, was created August 2023 as a group on LinkedIn and currently hosts 32 devoted members. But before them, it was created January 17, 2022 as a Facebook group, and its name was last changed on August 28, 2023 to reflect its growing vision and scope. So, as a Facebook group, it currently hosts 201 members. But before being created on Facebook and LinkedIn, the NBPF had been created as an Instagram page or account in December 2021, and it currently hosts 742 followers. So that's the brief history, and it's very important that this history is stated here, because history, as you know, shows where one is coming from and where one is going. Anyone and anything without history simply does not exist, right? So if someone comes here tomorrow or anywhere at all and tells you about a business service system or about a business and professionals forum of this nature, those of us who are enlightened, and I believe you are, will all be quick to ask the person about the history of the business service system or the business and professionals forum. I believe we truly appreciate this brief historical account. Now here are our names and usernames on the different social media platforms. On Instagram, the username is NBPF in small letters. The lower hyphen 2023. That's how the username is written there. And that's because on Instagram, usernames are unusually short. No matter how you try to enter the full name, it won't enter. Okay? But the full name on Instagram still is Nigeria Business and Professionals Forum, NBPF. The NBPF is attached there to the full name without a bracket. Then we have the Nigeria Business and Professionals Forum, NBPF in bracket. And this happens to be both username and full name on Facebook and LinkedIn. So do well to type each of these names on the corresponding social media platform in the search box or using the search feature so that you can easily locate us there. Then when you locate, you click on the search results according to how this name has been stated and also appears in your search results. Click there and you're already with us. Follow us right away or join us as the case may be. Alternatively, you can also decide to drop a comment and ask for the link to the social media platform you enjoy using the most, and the link will be provided immediately. Are we together? Good. So that is it on the first segment of this Facebook live session. If you permit me, we'll go on quickly to the second segment, which is on business service system. A business service system, like a physical system, biological system, mechanical system, economic system, social and political system, is self-propelling and capable of relatively independent existence and operation. But it certainly cannot exist and operate without or outside of a physical and social environment. This is key to understanding a business service system. A business service system is not just a business system, and it is not necessarily a business. As the name implies, a business service system is essentially a service system that actively promotes and supports both business systems and ordinary businesses to survive, thrive, adapt, grow, mature, lead, and last in their physical and social environment. I've posted to the different social media platforms in the past to clarify the concepts of business, business system, and business service system. Most times, it's just a thin line that is drawing or separating each concept from the rest or from the other. God willing, I'll be sharing some of these posts again from time to time for readers and viewers to properly digest them. More importantly, I will be introducing a business service system course between this year and next to share my whole knowledge and experience in this area or discipline. Indicate in the comment section if you are really interested. And if you have done that, let's continue, please. A business service system, like business itself, can be a sole proprietorship run by an individual, but it is essentially a distinctly recognizable entity or brand that both overshadows and outlives the individual. I am one such individual. On Facebook, I go by the page name Business Service System Creator and Owner. The page was created on January 12, 2022 and has well over 1.5k followers, most of whom are Nigerians as at today. In fact, it's the page that is hosting this Facebook live session. On YouTube, my channel is called Business Service System Intercontinental, BSSI. The channel was created July 6, 2024 and has just a subscriber as at today. Type name of Facebook page or YouTube channel using the search feature on the platform you enjoy using the most, or ask for the link to your platform of interest in the comments section. Then click on your search result or link accordingly to like and follow page or subscribe to the channel for your regular notification and updates. Again, if you have done that, let's proceed. Yes, Goda Chima. I hope I got that correct. Thank you very much. Good to have you on board. Good to have you on board. I believe you are getting value and you hang on till the end. So everyone following, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. And I hope to still have you. We are drawing to the close. It's not over until it's over. Okay, let's proceed then. I have advanced at least 12 essential business service roles, or rather business services, for my business service system. Some of which are free, while the rest are to be paid for. But our focus here and now will be on 4 of these essential business services. If you are here and you have a reason for being here, you should listen a lot more keenly at this point. So, we're discussing 4 of these essential business services here. That's the advantage you have over those who are not participating, because they may not hear me discuss even these 4 anytime sooner. 1. Promotion of agriculture across value chain. Promotion of agriculture across value chain. This is the primary major function. This is the primary major focus also of my business service system. And here, whether you are involved in farming the land directly for agricultural yields or produce, or you are involved with buying agricultural produce directly from local farmers as a local marketer, or you are involved in buying from local marketers to stock or to take to the industry for final storage, processing, and marketing. You have a partner and supporter in me already. So congratulations to you, and I hope we'll collaborate a lot more closely on this role. Just indicate your interest and your area of interest in the comment section. I'll be right there with you by the end of this video session. 2, ICT/social media training. In fact, this is so important and dear to my heart that for those of you that followed the last time or the previous time, I made this the topic for the very first Facebook live session of this page. That's to show you how important this is to me, and I believe it should be that important to you too. The world is evolving. From past realities, we have current realities, and future realities are also at the door. And this is where this training is headed. The social media training is basically and essentially a training on content creation, on management of pages and groups on social media, on social media advertising or ads, and a host of other interesting topics. And this training, among the 4 essential services I'm calling here, is the only one that is to be paid for. Because as you and me know, payment is one of the things, or rather a prescribed fee is one of the things you use to attach value to something. Some people, even this Facebook live session that I advertise for free, they will not come because some people believe that free food is not nutritious. Are you with me? Most people is when they can pay for something, let's say a course or a program or even a commodity, that they are also able to place value on it and saying how valuable this is. And of course, I need to put up with operational costs, data, time, a whole lot, including research, to be able to give the very best here. So it's one of the major reasons why this training is to be paid for. But I've made it very affordable, okay? Because I really love you and you and you and the other person or persons to also participate. So ranging from 10K to 100K, you can have the very best. And I tell you, the very best, even what is pegged at 10K, you cannot quantify the value if you have the vision and willpower to participate. So, the social media training is to start very soon. Registration is currently ongoing, and I'm hoping it will definitely close on September 30, ceteris paribus, as we were taught in our economics class. Number 3, job recommendation service. Job recommendation service. Here, and for those of you that follow our groups, you can see it already. We advertise job vacancies a lot. anywhere, and especially if we can confirm the source, anywhere we land there are job openings, and then we come across job postings, we are quick to share it for free. It's a free service. We are quick to share it for free to our respective social media groups. Okay? But this is more than just job advertising here. We speak most essentially of job recommendation. In this case, you don't even need to contact the employer, or the employer doesn't even need to contact you. Someone like me, I have persons in my network of friends, network of colleagues, network of professionals that from time to time will be looking for someone or some persons to employ. And they may decide, having known the kind of work I do, having known about my business service system, they may decide I'm the right person they will consult. And actually, I am a human resource person. It's a full-time job I'm currently doing. I'm a human resource person. And more specifically in the admin department. So it's very easy for me as a person, and then the business service system I'm championing, to carry on this service. It's very easy to recommend someone who has participated in my social media training. So, okay, boss or friend, you are looking for a social media manager, this person is good. And those that know me, if I say someone is good, the person is good. So this is what this number 3 business service is about, job recommendation service. Now digress a little before I go on. This links again to the social media training. Like I said, if you are part of this training and you are still looking for a job, it's a lot easier for me as a person to recommend you to whoever needs your services, or if possible to hire you myself. Because believe me or not, a time is coming when they want to come live like this, I may not always have that time. And I know it will be soon, pretty soon, because of the kind of plans and activities I'm already involved with. Everything will grow, everything will expand with time. So a time will definitely come when some persons will need to be coming up to do this kind of anchoring I'm doing, or even the training I'm talking about. So don't take it for granted. A point may come where I may also need to hire someone as a social media manager, or even as a social media trainer. And who can fit in best than my own students, my own trainees, and my own fans, followers, partners, right? Again, when you participate in a social media training, at a point I may not even need to recommend you for a job, because the social media training of its own opens you up to the possibilities of self-employment. You can become self-employed as a CEO even before you get to set up a company of your own. Okay? Excuse me. Even this social media management or training I'm talking about, if you become so good at it, you can even form or create and register a business firm that specializes in that. Don't know whether you get my point, really. So is that good? At a point, you may not even need to be recommended for a job, because the social media training is also opening up the opportunity for you to self-employ. And when you are self-employed, you can even employ others as well, like I was talking about here. Because the moment these business services become pronounced and people key in, Believe me, I'm already self-employed and I'm already an employer of labor. Yes, even before now, I know occasions where I've had to hire some persons, even if on ad hoc basis, I've had to hire them to do some paid service for me. So, it has to be emphasized. This has to be linked back to social media training for a reason. It will be very easy to recommend you for a vacant job or position. It will also be easier for you to even become self-employed and then employ others as well. You have roles like virtual assistants. If you go on LinkedIn, for instance, you find many people there that identify with that role. Virtual assistant. You have graphics designer. That's where content creation also comes in. Where if you participate keenly in the training, you get to learn there are even apps you can easily use for your text or photos or videos. Some of you see some of the videos or even photos and flyers I post here. I use apps and I personally design them. But like I said, time may come, I may not even have time to do those myself. And then you that is a graphics designer or content creator, according to how you identify. If you are part of this training, it's very easy for me to know that, okay, there's someone here who can also do this. And I must add before I go on to the last business service here. Even if you think you are so good at something, there's always room for improvement. Some people think that the little they know and do on social media is definitely okay already. It's not okay. If you get to partake in this training, you possibly give yourself knocks on the head for delaying so much. Because there's so much to learn here. There's so much to know here and apply and work with. It's not just knowing. Remember, it's doing. That's why in our previous session, I emphasize that learning is more by doing than even by listening. Listening is okay. But when you listen and you understand, especially the key concepts involved, the next and most important thing should be doing. Okay? So, you will become a learning and doing person if you follow through and register for this training and also participate keenly. It will be easy to recommend you for a job. It will even be a lot easier for you to self-employ yourself and also employ others. I believe that is clear enough. Number 4, business opportunity briefing. In fact, this was the very first area where I was already involved before the idea or concept of a business service system clearly came to me, and I thank God for this great idea. Because most of the places I was involved in, I wasn't satisfied. I wasn't satisfied. I can never be satisfied. If I see this as a spiritual idea, because for me to have to take time on it to convince people, I know that it's not an easy or it's not a small idea. You know, what will help people, what will even liberate people, and I'm not just talking of the spiritual here, what will liberate mentally, economically, socially as well. It hardly says. That's where spiritual angle also comes in, because what is good, there must be some form of spiritual resistance first. And pardon me for having to digress, but I have to make this point, especially for those who are spiritually inclined to understand, because they can resonate with what I'm saying. Those of us that are believers, there's first of all a spiritual activity before the physical. Or there's first of all a spiritual program before the physical. In other words, the things you are going to see in the physical, they have already happened in the spiritual. So is it with resistance too. You see resistance coming even in the spiritual angle before the physical. You know why? Because if This says through a whole lot of people will be liberated. I think I've explained that point. And it's not just spiritually. A whole lot of people will be liberated financially, economically, and even socially. So if a spiritually inclined person, put this in prayer too and give a thought to it. Because the reason you yourself may be hesitating may not be far from the spiritual. I'm telling you, for those of you who are believers. Okay? Okay, let's continue away from spiritual matters. Business opportunity briefing, like I say, is one of the very first things I started with. And it's about presenting to people a good business opportunity in whatever sphere or industry. This is not limited to affiliate marketing and the like. In whatever sphere you are operating in or operating from, business opportunity briefing is key. When I started dating, one of the first things I did with my prospective fiancé, I was his fiancé that time, one of the very first things we did, or rather I did because I initiated that, I gave her an assignment, just the same way teachers and lecturers give us assignments in school. I said, take out a paper, list 20 businesses from 10 to 20. If it's not up to 20, it's okay, but let's make it from 10 to 20 so that our discussion can flow from there. And I structured this. I say, first of all, list the businesses that you know can do very well in this town. Are we together? Then list also the businesses that can do well in the entire state. That is the top 10 or top 20. And finally, list the top 10 or 20 that can do well in Nigeria. You know, none of us has gone outside Nigeria yet, so I didn't want to bother going beyond that. But it was a very interesting assignment, I must tell you. By the time she did that and we came to discuss, I was happy with her too. Because most of the things she was saying, I was getting even from her explanations, why she thinks this one will do well, but why she may not immediately go into this one. These are the kind of things that you experience or learn and benefit from during a business opportunity briefing. The opportunities presented to you are not just opportunity, even the possible risk or difficulties. And this is very important. This is very important. People are skeptical of a lot of businesses these days, especially the affiliate marketing side, because most times they will tell you the positive, even sweet side. They will ignore completely the negative or even fatal side. Let me put it like that, the dangerous side. They will just tell you the one that, they want to work on your psychology and emotions. Just commit your money. Hey, that's when you start hearing stories from Mount Sinai. And that's a proverb anyway. Okay? That's when some will now take it upon themselves that, okay, let me tell you, it's true, this is good business, but here's the difficult aspect. No. A good business opportunity briefing should present you with all you need to know, even before you get started. It's true that people buy into emotions more than logic or thoughts or ideas. But, see, if you are going to do well in business in the long run, you have to maintain transparency and integrity from the very start. And this is very important for a good business opportunity briefing. Before someone even decides, even if, first of all, you worked on the person's psychology, the person is like, wow, I want to pay. If you want the person to pay wholeheartedly and also continue to trust and respect you, tell the person, brother, sister, hold on. There's something else I should tell you. You need to know If you don't do that, no matter how good or great your business opportunity is, it is faulty, and let me say even fraudulent. Because any aspect where you keep someone in the dark, you are committing fraud. The person deserves to know. You are the one advertising the business. You are the one trying to make the person come into the business. So whatever business it is, the person deserves to know. This is the opportunity, but these are also the risk. These are also the threats or even dangers. Okay? We know people, including ladies. In fact, it's one of the things that made me give my girlfriend that time that assignment. She was going far places, villages, interior, and most times alone. So, sometimes I feel like women are even more bold than men, especially when it comes to business. She will enter interior villages where she doesn't know anybody or has any relation, just to buy palm oil from the local producers and then go and sell as a retailer, okay, or rather as a wholesaler, because she will buy in bulk, and then those people that are selling in the market, she will now go and sell to them. So when I looked at it, I said, no, no, no. If you are going to be my woman, you will not continue that way, because I know the kind of risk involved, and I don't even want to think about what might happen next. If I even asked my girlfriend, I wasn't comfortable anytime she had to tell me I'm going for this or that. And at the point I started engaging her in other economic activities, hoping she will divert from that. Well, that's just a story, but I believe it resonates with you and me. You're able to relate it to this business service I'm talking about. Business opportunity briefing. It is an accountability briefing, especially for the presenter of that briefing. It is also an integrity test. Whoever is inviting you into a business, you can now say, was the person really fair or sincere to me? You know, and here's one of the downsides of some business opportunity briefing. Sometimes the presenter himself was not presented with the complete or factual information, but he got excited, keyed into it, and started telling people about it. Okay? We can easily forgive someone like that. But, and this is the reason I speak of a business service system. Because you are not coming from the angle of someone has told me or someone has presented a business opportunity to me. You are coming from the angle of this is a business opportunity I have personally advanced, designed, and keyed into. Okay? You are coming from an angle of control and not from an angle of subjection. Because most of the people that say they are presenting a business opportunity, they are not coming from the position of control or authority. They are coming from the angle of subjection or even bondage. Okay? There are business opportunity briefings that makes people abandon their own businesses or even jobs. Okay? And when they get there, they discover, oh, this thing was not the way I thought. But now they are stuck. Their petty business is gone. Their job, and sometimes, relatively speaking, it's a better paying job. Because in Nigeria today, even though 100,000 has lost value, almost completely has lost value. If you want to do something, a project, or something a little big, 100,000 cannot do it for you. Okay? But in Nigeria today, a job paying 100,000 comparatively is a lot better than most jobs out there. And there are people that leave such jobs because a business opportunity briefing was presented to them. I thank God I'm never among those that got too carried away and left a job. Of course, there are business opportunity briefings I would attend, And at the end of the day, even commit myself to them, because the logic was clear, only the operation was the opposite, you know. And that's why I say the business opportunity briefing is also an integrity test, because the business idea itself may be great, good, no problem with it. But when you come to your supposed business partners, now that you have keyed into the business, you discover they are not even for you, or they may even be acting like they're in competition with you again, you know, things like that. Some at a point may not even want to be disposed to communicating with you, being open to you on certain issues and challenges, and then you become stranded. So there are people, if you dig deeply, if you investigate or research, there are people, especially in some affiliate marketing establishments, that are stuck. They are literally in bondage. So such people, when they come to you, find time to investigate them. They are not earning anything, and they left their jobs. The business didn't even pay them enough to say spend better than their jobs, and they left. Okay? Then they are stuck because they think, I don't have anywhere to go to again. I can't go back to my job. I can't go to my business. So they're stuck with that affiliate marketing firm or company. And at the end of the day, they are more of slaves than masters. So some people will come to you like that. They are presenting a business opportunity briefing, but they are not in control. They are under bondage. Okay? But here, one of the reasons I created this business service system is not to promote a particular business over others. In fact, it's one of the things I faulted even with most of the affiliate marketing firms. You know, they are about competition, and in most cases, monopoly. So, one of the things I fought and will still fought, when you present a particular business as the best, and at the point you will make it look like everyone should make it their main business or their only business, my dear, run. Any such business opportunity is presented like that, you run for your dear life. Every single business is important, and that's the reason for a business service system. Okay, it's actively promoting and supporting even ordinary businesses. The orange seller that you think is not earning much, she's doing an important business. Without her, most people will be malnourished, underfed. Okay? So from a business opportunity briefing, once you identify things like that, you'll be able to know. Somebody say, I'm an affiliate marketer and I'm presenting this opportunity to you. Tell the person, how much have you started earning? Ask the person. Because what most affiliate marketers do, using that psychology on people, they make you know you have to take time to get your results. But the truth is, if the person has to take time to get results, why commit him or her so much at that point? The person is not even supposed to be going out there to recruit or present people, because you have not started paying. The business you have introduced him or her to has not started paying yet. So why get the person trapped for nothing, if not to enslave the person? You know? So you that is being presented with a business opportunity, to ask that question. Have they started paying you well enough? Because that should be one of the, in fact, that should be the first convincing fact or principle to make you present a business opportunity to others. Otherwise, it is not worth it yet. It is still an idea. And if it is an idea, whose idea? Your idea or someone else's idea? This here is my own idea. And that's how I'm presenting it. If you can listen, well, I've not even cited any other source since I'm talking, because this business service system is an idea that God Almighty Himself gave me, and through series of experiences, some unpleasant, I lost money too, especially through some of the affiliate marketing channels. I lost money. And I didn't lose money because I wasn't devoted or wasn't dedicated. It's one of those things I explained earlier. Sometimes the information you're given is not complete. And then sometimes when you key into a business opportunity that otherwise is good, you see that the persons that invited you, the persons you are supposed to be partnering with, they're not even ready for you. And they put the whole responsibility on you. Blame yourself if you fail. Take credit if you succeed. Things like that. Okay? And of course, that is one thing I've gotten into myself. That's one principle, no matter what I still adopt. Take responsibility for yourself. But why you ended up there in the first place? Because you also didn't do your own research well. You also didn't consult as much as you should. Maybe you were carried away by some emotions or even some logic and giving. Anyone can be vulnerable, that's true. But now that you have learned, what are you doing? Are you there blaming others? Are you there crying foul and all that? Move on. Move on. And how God Almighty made me to move on was to give me this business idea and say, my son, you have suffered and it's not exactly your fault, but leave the past behind. Move ahead. You know? And that is why I am also presenting this the way I'm doing, so that people can learn properly from it and, if possible, key in. So these are 4 of the essential business services of the 12 offered by my business service system. Those who are really interested to learn more and also know all about my business service system, including the 12 essential business services, indicate in the comments section or send a DM right away. In fact, like I say, the upcoming social media training is around the corner. Ceteris paribus, registration should be over by September 30. I'm expecting to hear from you. Drop a comment if you're interested or send a chat and you will be contacted. You will be quick started. Okay? And let's all remember to keep a date with the next Facebook Live session. It can only get lively and livelier. Thank you and bye for now.